Brother Jeremiah was saying, the Lord will make a way. And you've heard me say this before. After Tawana joined the church, she comes all the time, can't hear. And I thought, and I was praying one night, and I said, Lord, is there something I can do or purchase or something that where she could hear the words that's being said? And I prayed, and just a couple weeks later, at the end of the meeting, the Lord spoke to me. He's right in my heart, and He said, sing this song. And little did I know that Jeremiah was here visiting from the Little Rosie Church. And he said that something spoke to him and said, if Brother Jerry sings that song, it's a sign for you to come here and help. And I sung the song, and Brother Jeremiah gave his hand and said, I want my membership here. And I was amazed by my prayer being answered. Because as you know, when Brother Jeremiah preaches, he signs. And then Tawana can hear. And oftentimes he'll sign while the brethren's up preaching.
Yeah.
He'll let her know what they're saying. And as I said when I got up, God answers prayers.
Amen.
He's a heart searcher and a rain trier. Another thing that amazes me, and I was thinking, and I asked the question once, and I hadn't known Brother Jerry Mann since I was a little boy, since I was a young man anyway, from a young boy up. But there was a space of time that I didn't see him, didn't hear from him, didn't know him. About 20-some years, I guess, had passed by. And basketball, the game that we both love, brought us together before I was a Christian. And it was wonderful, and I didn't even know he knew anything about basketball. I knew Jerry Mann as a preacher because I always seen him in church. That's where I always see him at. I have a memory of Cold Springs Church, and I think of it often. And it's not of Brother Jerry Mann, but it's of his companion, Linus. She may not know this. It was a sad time in my life at the time. My heart was broken. And Brother Jerry didn't come to church that day, but I seen his companion walk in, going around. She had her little boys. They're grown now. Your dad had them by the hand, walking them to church, walking them through the aisle and sit down. I thought that was a beautiful sight.
Amen.
I guess Brother Jerry probably was called somewhere, and he didn't come, but she was there that day. That's a memory I have of you, Linus. Young, beautiful woman, holding her little children. God answers prayers. If you'll call out to Him, He'll not only change you, He'll change your life, your attitude, your mind. He'll change your world and make it a better place for you. I believe that. I'm a witness to that. I am today not what I used to be.
Amen.
All through Jesus Christ. My heart belongs to the Lord. He is my leader and He is my guide. I hope you'll pray. I'll sing a song. There's been enough preaching done. If there's one here that feels like the Lord has saved their soul, I can tell you this. I don't know a better home than the one I stand in. I've felt the Spirit of the Lord many times here. I've witnessed His love. flow from breast to breast. You've heard me say this before, and many was here that night. One night, the Spirit was so strong that everybody in the house, here and back there, was up rejoicing. A little woman came and sat on the end, wanting money, but she forgot what she come for. She was out in the aisle, praising the Lord. You remember that, Brother Randy? The Spirit of the Lord moves. You don't worry about your problems. You don't worry about your heartaches. You just want to give Him the glory and the honor. I wonder how mighty those men was when they was on the ship and the waves was crashing. And they went to Jesus, and all at once when He spoke, and the waves and the water just calmed. I wonder what they thought in their mind, Peter, James, and John, and the disciples, Ron, when they looked out and they seen the water as still as a pond. The man and the waves was just a few minutes later crashing down. This world will beat you up. This world has nothing to offer. But Jesus Christ can calm the stormy water.
Amen, brother.
Jesus Christ can make a way when there's no way to be made. I've witnessed it in my life. And many of you have too. Because we're here today. And we're here today because of His mercy and His grace. Find that song. Let's see. Is it maybe in this book? And I want Jesse's sons stood before the prophet. The Father knew a king would soon be found.
Amen.
But each one passed except the last. No one thought to call on Him. Surely He would never wear a crown. But when others see a shepherd boy, God may see a king. Even though your life may be filled with ordinary things, in a moment He can touch you. Amen. And everything will change when others see a shepherd boy. God may see a king. One by one, troubles come and dreams get shattered. Sometimes life seems so hard to understand, but things like chance and circumstance, they really don't matter. For our Father holds tomorrow in His hand. But it wasn't the oldest, and it wasn't the strongest chosen on that day, but giants fell and nations trembled when they stood in little David's way.
Amen.
When others see a shepherd boy, God may see a king. Even though in your life it may be filled with ordinary things, but in a moment He can touch you and everything will change.
Yes, sir.
When others see a shepherd boy, God may see a king.
Amen.
I've referenced this many times. You know, I love sports, and I love football and basketball, about anything that rolls. I like it. And I loved, and God blessed me to be able to watch my son, Charles. And you mentioned it today, having strength to watch the little boys that you adopted. And one of the best times I watched my son hit the winning shot to win a game. It just sticks in my mind. The ball was in his hands. Time was running out. One shot's all he had, and he scored. And I reference that to today, men and women, because the ball is in your hands, and time is running out. You only got one shot, and that's why you live, and why you have time and life and opportunity. If I were you, I'd aim high.
The best shot.
The best shot is Jesus Christ. It's the only way you're going to get to the glory world.
Yeah.
I hope for a moment of time. We only got just a few minutes, but I'd love to say something that would cause you to stir your mind up tonight and cause you maybe to lift your hand up and say, I'm glad I'm born to die. I'm glad I'm born to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It was so wonderful to see you tonight, and I thought the Lord carried you out very well. Oh, my brethren, I love meeting the children of God everywhere I walk. And I go through life wrong. But you know, the best thing that ever happened to me was when I cried out to the Master. You talk about a friend I had naturally, so he's gone now, Linus, and you know it was Brother Jerry. And you know, often we talk on the phone, and it reminded me of two men in the Bible, Ron. And I'll reference it to that, and it was that, Brother Randy. And you also, again, we talked about this little place we dwell in 8 years ago, and here we are tonight. The Lord has blessed us here to be here. But Brother Jerry, I often he'd say, Jerry, when I die, tell my boys, tell my grandchildren, there's a heaven to gain and a hell to shun. Many men have said that statement, and I want to do what I can to honor that thing, that wish tonight, Brother Jeremiah. But I read in the record of God about two little boys in the temple, in the castle, oh you will, in the king's palace, playing among the king. I remember, Todd, being a boy, watching and coming to the king's palace. Do you know this is a king's palace tonight? This is a holy place. This is a place where the king is. How do you know? I feel him down in my soul tonight. I see these little boys run, and they grew up, God, and they was friends, and they said they made a pact. They loved one another as I love you, son. That's how they loved one another. You know what they said? If I die, will you take care of my family? And yeah, man, if I die, you take care of mine. Would you do that? And all of these boys, they grew up as men, and one of them died in battle. It was Saul's son, wasn't it? He died with his father in there. Jonathan, wasn't it? Jonathan and David, the man I just sung about. David, he made a pact with Jonathan, and he became king, Ron. And he remembered his friend. He honored old Saul, even though Saul was jealous. There's men that be jealous of you, brother. They are, but we still love them. We still want them. Why? We're serving the same king today. I want you to show love to all, not just a few, but some do. We're to honor all men that honor our Father, and we are to stay away from the things of the world. That's our commandment and our duty. But anyway, David said in his castle one day, and he began to think, oh, my friend Jonathan, I wonder. And he began to ask his men, didn't he, sissy? Oh, does Jonathan have any family? Oh, around? Yeah, David, he's got a little boy down there, but he's crippled. He can't walk. He's down in Lodibar down there, in a little town down there called Lodibar. Well, Lodibar was the filthy place. That's where I was at in life. A filthy place, if you will. But the king sent for me, and the king sent for him. I want you to go, Todd, he said. Go down there and get Mephibosheth and bring him to me. I want to see him. Oh, but you know, in the Bible we're taught, in history we're taught to kings. If the king was made king, the old king